Welcome to BIB 224, New Testament Literature and Interpretation, Fall 2020 at Bryan College. I'm very excited about our upcoming class together. I imagine if you're like most, you're wondering, well, what's this class going to be like? What are the expectations for this class? And I want to say up front that this class is a safe place. If you're coming to this class and you know little or nothing about the Bible, this will be a great introduction. We're looking at one of the Gospels, John, and one of the major books, Romans, and I think you'll find this a safe place to explore. What exactly does the Bible say? And if you come to this class and you've been a Christian a long time and you've had great exposure, I believe that you'll find that this class has tremendous depth and will provide you a wonderful opportunity to look at the intricate, artistic, beautiful presentation from God in terms of what the New Testament is about. And if you're somewhere in between, this class will be a wonderful experience for you as well. I imagine you're wondering a little, well, what are the requirements of the class and what are we going to do? And I want to go over that. So this is the Bright Space section for the class. And if you haven't been there yet, please go. And if you go to the content page, it will have the syllabus there. And so you can see the requirements. I just want to go over briefly some things about the class, and I think you'll find this very encouraging. So we start off every day, and if I switch this to what you will see, you'll see something like this. And every day when you come to class, we'll meet 44 times throughout the course of the semester. There'll be a quiz, and quiz will just have one question, and the question is true, false. It says, I'm here today. And if you sign in on your phone or computer, you just take that quiz, and if you reply true, I'm here today, then automatically it will give you 3.5 points toward the total 1,000-point total for the class. And so each time we meet about 5 minutes before the class starts, the quiz will become active and it will stay up and through the end of the class. And so each day when you come in, just take the quiz for that day and you can see the dates. Now, every day I am giving you questions that I'm expecting you to prepare before class starts. And so for the first day of class, this will be John 1, and I want you to download this document and work through. You're welcome to do this in groups as well. If you know some people in the class, you can get together and do these questions as a group. Just put all the names for the group on here, and that way I'll know that when I run across one that it will be for everyone. But you can put all, if you do it in a group, you can put all your names here, and take up to 2 hours doing this homework. That's kind of the standard expectation for a college class, and work through these. And when you finish, what you'll do, again in the content section, it says homework upload. And so once you've finished the upload, you click it here and it will ask you to upload the file. And so when you do that, that is worth 12 points per day. I'm sorry, 10 points per day. And so 360 of the 1,000 points will come from daily homework assignments. And of course, if we meet 44 times, that means on 8 times you can choose not to do the homework. So and when the end of the semester comes along, I'll just have the computer drop the lowest 8 grades. And so if you don't do those 8 assignments, it of course drop those grades. And so what I want you to do is before class starts each day is just to work through the questions. And that way, when we come together, you'll be able to interact. We'll be able to interact as a class because you have already done some of the work. Now, with these 44 homework assignments, you can do that and you get the 8 times you can choose not to do it. But I won't take late work. So once the class starts, if you have it turned in, then that can be your 10 points if you do well on the homework. If you don't turn it on time, I'm not going to allow late work, but you do get to drop 8 ones. So if for some reason you can't do it on time, well, you can take that as one of the 8 skips out of the 44 total. So take the top 36 homework assignments out of 44, average those together, and that perfect score would be 360 points. Another thing that we will do in this class is we'll have a memory verse. And so I want you to work through a text. It's Romans 7:22 to 8:14. It's kind of a quintessential text to understand what the New Testament is talking about when it talks about the normal Christian life. And we're going to study this together when we look at Romans. But what I want you to do over the course of the semester is to memorize this. And you can memorize it from any good translation. So I have a literal one here. You're welcome to use that. If you want to use the NIV or ESV or another translation, New Living, you can even use that. You're welcome. But basically, it's these verses. And so you can see it's a fairly big section. And that's worth 150 of the points. So you've got all semester, and you can work through. And so it's worth 15% of your grade. Now, here's the great news, fantastic news. If you score at least 90% on the homework assignments, and if you come to class every day, or if you have to miss, you make that up by watching the YouTube video. If you do that for your homework, and if you come to class every day, and if you can say this verse at least 90% accurate, then here's the great news. You're exempt from the final exam. So when the final exam comes along, it's worth 300 something points, 340 points, I think. Then you don't have to take it, and you will have automatically earned an A in the class. So if you come to class every day, or make up the excused absences by watching the YouTube, if you score 90% average on the homework assignments and at least 90% average on the memory verse, then you're exempt from the final exam. Great incentive to be in class and to do well on your homework. And lastly, I'm adding a way to score a little extra credit in this class, and that is when we come together, and because everyone will be prepared for the discussion, nearly every day I'll ask the question to start off, what do you find interesting about the homework? And if you're willing to stand up and loudly say to the class, well, this is what I find interesting, well, I'll give you 1 point extra for that day. And matter of fact, anyone who stands up and speaks out in class, I'll give you a point extra credit. And so, if you did that every single day, you could earn 44 extra credit points just by your participation. So, to go over that again, the attendance is worth 150 points, and see there's kind of 4 points extra if you're there every day. The weekly homework has to be turned in on time. That is before the start of class. Then I'll take the top 36 of those that you do. That's worth 360 points. The memory verse, which is Romans 7:22 to 8:14 in the literal translation, so it's of your choice. You can use mine or ESV, NIV, whatever. And then the final exam is 340 points. So I think this is going to be a great class. We're going to have lots of interaction, lots of questions. I love teaching this class. I love helping people put the pieces of Scripture together in a way that shows God's incredible worth and the power and the hope that His Word brings all of us. So I'm very excited about our class together, and I look forward to meeting you once we come together on campus. So see you then.